Learn more or shop online.
Now at 10.
A cold Thanksgiving and a chance for some snow. I'm watching the holiday weekend in the first alert forecast.
The Club Q shooting suspect goes before a judge, and now a witness with new information. He thinks he saw that suspect just before the gunfire and says the suspect wasn't alone.
I think he was working with that woman. I think that she was like a lookout.
Plus, native tribes shining a light on Denver's dark past.
Cheyenne and Arapahoes have always known that this was our homelands.
How they want to preserve their history and the help they want now from the city. The news starts now.
And we do begin tonight with breaking news on a high-profile shooting in Clear Creek County.
2 deputies involved in the incident have now been indicted on criminal charges. It was back in June. Christian Glass's car broke down in Silver Plume. Now, he called 911 for help, and police from several agencies showed up. Body cam footage showed us a distressed Glass unwilling to leave the vehicle. Tells officers he has a knife. Well, eventually they break the car's window, shots are fired, and Glass is killed. Tonight, former Clear Creek deputy Andrew Buin faces charges of second-degree murder and reckless endangerment. Former deputy Kyle Gould facing charges of criminally negligent homicide and reckless endangerment. Sheriff's office says both men were fired following the incident. Well, with Thanksgiving upon us, Coloradans packing bags, taking to the roads and skies to get to that turkey feast.
Now, the good news is, while we are seeing some cooler weather move in, the snow is not expected to be too big of an issue for everyone. So far, it's clear out there tonight. We are expecting a chance of light snow now across the metro area overnight. And in our high country, roads are looking clear. This is a live look at I-70 near Copper Mountain for you, though there is a chance things could be slick in the morning. All right, let's get right over to First Alert meteorologist Lauren Whitney. And Lauren, how are the snow chances looking?
Well, we're going to see the snow taper off by tomorrow morning. So if you haven't made your travels just yet and you have to head to the high country, Rabbit Ears Pass may be a little bit iffy tomorrow morning because it's been snowing pretty hard there so far today. Another area that would be of concern would be from Denver down to Colorado Springs, because we are expecting to see some snow along I-25 by tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. And so that Palmer Divide area could be a little bit slick out there. Some snow right now in parts of Douglas County and near Conifer and close to Bailey. And as we head off to the west a bit more, we have been seeing some light to moderate snowfall. It doesn't show up near Steamboat Springs, but it has been snowing fairly hard there throughout most of the day. And we'll continue to see that snow ease up in the overnight hours. So in the next couple of hours, we'll continue to see snow down in Douglas County, pop out towards Lyman, and we'll have that light to moderate snowfall continue in the high country. But it's quickly gone. By about 5:30 in the morning, there's some light snow still lingering off to the west and in the high country. And then we really start to clear by about 8, 9 o'clock. And actually a little sunshine could start to poke through as we head toward the lunch hour. Normal lunch hour. I know Thanksgiving's a little bit different for eating, but noon tomorrow, we should be seeing the much different conditions. We'll talk more about the temperatures and your Thanksgiving forecast coming up in just a moment.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much. You can find the latest Thanksgiving week forecast, including those chances for snow, online at cbscolorado.com and streaming every 10 minutes at CBS News Colorado.
We continue to closely follow the investigation into the deadly mass shooting in Colorado Springs. The suspect made their first appearance before a judge today. And we're getting a first look at that suspect since heroes stepped in at Club Q to prevent further carnage. You can see the extensive injuries to his face, head, and neck from the beating they took Saturday night. 22-year-old Andrich Aldrich appeared in court today via a virtual link from jail and was partially blocked from view by the defense attorneys. Aldridge facing preliminary charges of murder and bias-motivated crimes. He is being held without bail.
Also tonight, a man who works near Club Q believes that he might have some information that could be critical to the investigation. He thinks that he might have encountered this suspect with another person hours earlier. He told our Karen Morfitt he is waiting to share his story with police.
As investigators work to build a case against the suspected Club Q shooter, they have not confirmed Anderson Aldrich worked alone.
That's part of the ongoing investigation. At this time, we have one identified suspect.
Jason Archer was at the Kingpin bowling alley next door to Club Q on Saturday night. What he saw, he says, may help law enforcement.
I think that she was like a lookout.
He was in the parking lot with friends preparing to leave when he saw a woman weaving through several of the cars in the parking lot in the dark.
I noticed a woman come out from underneath the street light, and she had blonde hair. She was kind of a tall woman. and she came toward us.
Seconds later, he noticed a large man wearing all black was also there.
Black pants, black shoes. He's coming out of the shadows like he's walking backwards at first, like he was talking to that woman.
He watched that man walk toward Club Q and then disappear into the shadows. Archer then left. It was around 10 o'clock. When he woke Sunday morning to news of the shooting, he tried to share his information with police, but couldn't get through.
I was like, you know what, I'm putting this on Facebook, and I'm just gonna, that way it's preserved. I took a screenshot of it. I was like, I need someone to know that this man, I don't believe he was alone.
His detailed account was posted Sunday morning at 7:43, before any information about the suspect was released.
But I had the feeling that I should call 911, but I didn't. And I regret that. Still, I had a really hard time with it the very next morning, knowing that I could have confronted this man. And if I could have just done something, I could have put my life out there. That if he would have killed me, then I would have saved all them other people.
Karen Morfitt reporting there. We have reached out to Colorado Springs Police about this information and have also not heard back. Again, police have not said in any of their updates to this point that they believe that Aldrich is their only suspect.
So once again, Coloradans have to grapple with the senseless violence. Another mass shooting hits our community hard, and people gather to grieve together. This the scene at a vigil tonight at the Colorado State Capitol. Our Tori Mason was there. Tori, we know the impact of these shootings, just emotionally crushing.
Yeah, Jen, there's already been another shooting, another mass shooting since Club Q. And a lot of people I spoke with today are worried that it might get buried in the news. A few of them said that they've read the comments about the Club Q shooting, and it's people saying that we're covering it too much. We're spending too much time on it. We're not.
It's something that I've taken very personally. The loss is very personally.
Josh is non-binary. They don't identify as male or female. But when 5 people are killed, they just see the shooter as a killer.
A person's sexual orientation or gender identity has nothing to do with mental health, and I see this as a mental health issue and a gun violence issue.
Bias-motivated crimes reach beyond skin tone, from who you worship to who you love.
Hate crimes are hard to prosecute.
Former Denver DA Mitch Morrissey is proud to have helped crimes against the LGBTQ community be recognized as hate crimes. But the suspect claims to be part of the protected group.
It doesn't matter if you're a member of the group. If you have a bias, if there's evidence that he has a bias towards a certain group based on their sexual orientation, but it's his perception.
Proof is required for a hate crime, and Morrissey says it may open the door for other evidence like social media.
This is not his principal charge. His principal charge are those 5 homicides. The hate crime part of it is really the tail wagging the dog when it comes to sentencing.
But at this vigil, no sentence will bring these souls back.
And that people will not politicize this issue as an issue of gun rights, but one of humanity.
Now, I spoke to one of the surviving victims of the case yesterday, and he told me he really hasn't even been watching the news on this. All he wants to see is that shooter brought to justice. We're live in Denver. Tori Mason covering Colorado First.
Tomorrow, giving thanks might be difficult for many people in Colorado Springs affected by the Club Q shooting. Usually people gather at the club Thanksgiving Day, but not this year. But the non-denominational Pikes Peak Metropolitan Community Church has stepped in with a lot of community help to set the table for people to join together. Alan Janae shows us what's being done.
At Thanksgiving, Club Q was here for those who were excluded from or missing their own families. They would get a small crowd, but tomorrow the crowd could be hundreds at the church, a church that stepped right in when this club became a place of tragedy this week. Jason Plata pulled out donated food, and it looked really good.
The Broadmoor's donating about 30 pies, and Franco from Padavancini's, he got us another 48 pies.
In the days following the tragedy at Club Q, Colorado Springs is proving it can reach out, from those who have come to the memorial to the people at this church.
I hope that we've accomplished one is showing God's love That's the important thing.
The club was a refuge in many ways, even at Thanksgiving.
It becomes a home. And that's why this is so tragic, because places like that become our home. That community becomes your family. So it's not unexpected for them to be in a bar like Club Q on a holiday, Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Not far from the church, the night was getting busy at Paravancini's Italian Bistro. This was one of the restaurants that did not hesitate when the church put out the call.
It's a comfort, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And people need to be comforted at times like this.
The restaurant stepped in right away with food.
No matter what your sexuality is, no matter what your religion is, no matter what your politics are, you're a person and you matter to us more than anything.
And at the church, that food will be shared along with something else.
It's a chance for us to come together, heal, hug on each other, love on each other, and be with the family that we were supposed to be with.
The list of restaurants helping is long, and even Walmart stepped in and said it would help with things needed for the Thanksgiving dinner, while Walmart itself is hurting from a mass shooting last night in Virginia. In Colorado Springs, I'm Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.
Ellen, thank you. Mentioning that shooting at the Walmart in Virginia, police still searching for a motive after a store manager there opened fire on co-workers. 6 people were murdered, 7 wounded. Witnesses say the 31-year-old man opened fire in an employee break room, then killing himself. 5 victims were adults, the 6th a 16-year-old boy. This is the second mass shooting in Virginia in the past week, and data from the nonprofit Tracking Gun Violence shows there have been more than 600 mass shootings in the U.S. just this year. Those are incidents in which 4 or more people are killed or wounded.
Coming up, Native tribes work to preserve Denver's history, how they want the city to help out.
And our satellite and radar has a little bit of snow out there. We'll talk about what it's looking like heading into Thanksgiving morning and throughout Thanksgiving afternoon.
Well, the Moose got loose at Ball Arena tonight, but Avs would need more than Mikko to get a win over Vancouver. And the Denver Nuggets pull off a ridiculously impressive win. We got highlights from what was an absolute roller coaster of a game.
Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on select vehicles. See your Colorado Hyundai dealer.
The story of a kinesiotherapist who rehabbed his golf game.
I love golf. I have always played golf.
Until he started having some mulligan-level foot pain.
Well, the golf game starts down at the feet, and if you don't have good support, you probably won't have a good golf swing.
So he got fitted for Good Feet arch supports.
It made a world of difference.
Any advice for your fellow Lynxmen?
2 words, the Good Feet store. How many words is that?
Try them for yourself with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
If you run a small business, you need the most from every investment. That's why Comcast Business gives you more innovation with our new gig speed Wi-Fi, plus unlimited data, more speed from the largest, fastest, reliable network, and more savings, up to 60% a year with Comcast Business Mobile, all from the company that powers more businesses than any other provider.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $49.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle.
Mannheim Steamroller Christmas by Chip Davis. Celebrating the holiday spirit for over 35 years.
Plays the Buell Theater for 3 performances only. December 10th and 11th. Tickets at denvercenter.org.
Journey to a land of magic with Colorado's holiday tradition. Experience a dream filled with wonder and delight. Colorado Ballet presents The Nutcracker. Tickets at coloradoballet.org.
Carpet Exchange has everything for your floors. Carpet, tile, hardwood, we've got it. Area rugs, Core-Tech waterproof floors. If you can walk on it, we've got it. Thousands of styles and colors at the guaranteed lowest price. It's all at Carpet Exchange.
You may not think of yourself as an athlete, but you do athletic feats. The Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit today and get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29.
Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on select vehicles. See your Colorado Hyundai dealer.
We continue covering Colorado First for you tonight as Denver police make an arrest in a shooting that left one person dead, 5 others injured nearly a month ago. Shooting happened near Colfax and Verbena. That's in the East Colfax neighborhood. This man, 24-year-old Dexter Martinez, is being investigated for first-degree murder, first-degree attempted murder. 31-year-old Alan Dawkins died in that shooting. Police have previously said that multiple suspects got out of a vehicle, fired multiple rounds, and then got back into that vehicle and took off. Police say they are still investigating this case.
For some members of the Indigenous community, Thanksgiving is a complicated reminder that our country once belonged to other nations. It's certainly true here in Denver. Marissa Armas reporting tonight on that history being honored and remembered this Native American Heritage Month.
When you think of Denver, most people think of its skyline or Union Station, or perhaps the state capitol.
It has a very romanticized feeling to it.
But many fail to recognize Denver sits on native land.
Cheyenne and Arapahoes have always known that this was our homelands. We used to come here in the fall and we used to have trading and other tribes would come through and this is where they would trade.
The land that is now recognized as Denver originally belonged to the Cheyenne, Arapaho, and Ute people, and these tribes had a thriving community.
Early visitors to Denver described it as sort of sepia-toned, treeless, grassless, and bushless was one person's description. It was the arid plains.
But that land was stolen from these tribes after settlers extinguished their title to the land.
It was also violent removal.
Which is why tribal citizen Raylene Whiteshield says those who frequent Denver need to know about the city's violent history.
My ancestors' body parts were paraded through downtown Denver and people cheered. So that part hurts. It's things that people don't really realize because they're not taught.
And that trauma still impacts Indigenous communities, not just in Denver, but around the country.
We're still fighting for our resources. We're still fighting for water rights. We're still fighting for a lot of things.
Native leaders say we also need markers and resources in Denver recognizing the first peoples of the city.
I'd like to see more from the city of Denver to create more programs for Native American people, right, to kind of fill in the gap, in equity.
Despite the violent history, the Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes are still here. Raylene hopes people also recognize they aren't a relic of the past, but a resilient community of the future.
And we're still trying to have a voice in our communities, and we're still trying to build each other up and hopefully educate people along the way.
In Denver, Marissa Armas, covering Colorado First.